Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Fuck, bruv. Yo, people, what you telling me? Back again with another footy talk, blood. Monts is in the back here somewhere, bruv. So, yeah, there he is. What you telling me, fam? What the hell, bruv? Where the hell is it?
You hear me, bro?
Yo, what you telling me?
Yo, can you hear me, bro? You hear me?
Yeah, man can hear you. Man can hear you, bro.
I couldn't hear you. I don't know why I couldn't hear you. My audio was bugging out, fam. So, you hear me, yeah? Cool. But yeah, man, big up yourself, man. How you feeling, man?
But bro, I'm so angry, blood. You know that was, brother. I'm so angry, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only thing. I'm just angry, bro. Like, there's no other feeling, bro. Like, I'm fucking fuming, cuz. Do you know what I'm saying? All of the bullshit man's hearing, all the excuses, all of this, bro. Like, bro, man just want to just be punching people in the face today, bro. That's how I feel. I'm just hearing excuses. I'm hearing bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the cope is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this manager, like, I see online saying, oh yeah, he was in at work at 7 a.m. and that, bro. Like, coming in early is gonna change anything, bro. Like, resign, bro. Like, what are you doing? Why are you even turning up to work, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Why is he even turning up, bro? Yeah, bro, I'm so angry, bro. Like, I'm actually so angry, bro. That's just what it is. I'm just fuming.
I'll be real, bro. I don't want to hear it, innit? I just don't want to hear it. There is no excuse. I'm not saying you're making excuses, but there is no excuse. I don't want to hear any reasoning about any players, like your scrubby manager, your shitty board. I don't want to hear any of it. Like, you see you see what happened last night. I woke up and I thought it was a dream. I genuinely think it didn't happen. Like, I woke up and thought, nah, this didn't happen, innit? There's no way this actually happened. And when you deep it, there's too many reasons why you deserve to lose in the game, after the game. Like, there's so many reasons. For one, Grimsby rotated 3 at the back against Grimsby Town. They tried to help you with the goal without counting the goal. They boxed you on that one. Yeah. You had 11 penalties to save 2 or 1. You had 11 opportunities.
He's fucking useless,
bro.
You
had 11 opportunities. Yeah. And then after all the changes, the shape never changed. And then you brought on all the big guns against a team with a worth of 3 million. A squad worth of 3 million. At their ground. You just gave Leeds the biggest night of their lives. Now I'm probably gonna have Port Vale, Plymouth, Kidderminster, fucking Lincoln City belling up my line, telling me to watch out. Because of you, man. Because of you, man. Rants, you, man, are finished, innit? And you're finished to the point of no return. There is no we are Man United anymore. There's no we are Man United anymore, man. I don't care anymore. There's no look at who we signed. We're always gonna attract big players and this, that, and the third. When you have a dud in charge, I generally feel like right now, this is deja vu. This is deja vu. You, man, kept Ten Hag. You kept Ten Hag, gave him a few more players, and he was gone by what, September? Because no matter who you signed, because your window weren't bad last year.
No,
it wasn't bad last year either.
No.
This is the thing, your window wasn't bad last year. You didn't have a bad window. And then all of a sudden, the manager's gone. Now there's players that the manager wanted that the next manager might not want. And then you've done it all again.
Nah, the next manager ain't got a choice in what it is, bro. We didn't recruit for this manager. We didn't buy him one player.
I'm not saying you recruited for him. I'm saying you signed a bag of players, you kept the manager, you sacked him early in the season, and then the same shit's happened again where you can everyone can see with their eyes this guy's a bum. You've decided not to sack him, and now we're not even in September, and you've got another bag of players, and you're in the same place you were last year. You're in the exact same place, it's just earlier. Instead of game weeks, what was it, game week 7 or game week 8? It's game week 2. You man are actually in the car park before school has started back. How? How? The youths them are still playing Roblox. Do you know what I'm saying? The Jehovah's Witnesses ain't even come out to play. You know what I'm saying? This is mad. This is madness. Manchester United are just man. This is just Man U. This is just Man U in name. That's it. Man U in name. That's all this is now. That's all you man are. I don't care how good Mbuemo is. I don't care how good Cunha is. I don't care. These men probably have full-time jobs. Where's Grimsby? Where's Grimsby? Where is it? Where's Grimsby? I don't know. I thought Grimsby was in London.
Fuck knows where Grimsby is.
I thought it was in London. Do you know where Grimsby is? Do you know where Grimsby is?
I have no idea where it is, bro.
Rants,
bro,
Grimsby.
You know what it is, yeah? Listen, I'm angry, yeah, but what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna just let people talk rubbish in it. Like, this is 100% on this coach, bro. 100% on this coach. 100%, bro. A manager setting up a team badly, yeah, is is not only is it inexcusable, yeah, but it's one of them things where it can fuck up everything, bro. Only man that don't know nothing about football, yeah. Only man that don't know nothing about football can say otherwise, bro. You can have good players, bro, but when you've got 11 players, yeah, and nobody's having a good game, you have to look at the manager. I don't care. The same energy people are saying, oh, yeah, go get me Iraola, yeah, because they understand that Iraola was performing at a level that his players, that was well above the players he had. That's what a good coach does. And a bad coach does exactly the opposite. It has a team playing way below the level than what they have. This bro was sitting there on the side, yeah, with a fucking tactics board, yeah, against fucking Division 4 Grimsby, and you want me to believe that this is on the players? Are you taking a piss? He put Mason Mount on that left wing back. I don't know if he's ever played there in his life. Man had the centre backs overlapping into the box, bro. Man don't want De Ligt overlapping into the box. And you're telling me this is on the players, bro? No.
He's worse than Ten Hag.
Brother, if the manager put, yeah, the right players in the right positions, yeah, it wouldn't have been De Ligt running onto that. It would have been Ahmad running onto that. Or Mbumo running onto that. Why have we got De Ligt running onto that in the box, bro? A fucking centre back, bro. The system is a fucking shambles, bro. It's a shambles. It's 100% the manager's fault. Like, Onana made 2 mistakes. Bro, we're playing 1 game a week for the most part, yeah. We didn't need to rotate the goalkeepers in that game anyway. And then if you know you're going to penalties, you know Onana can't save penalties. Why didn't you save a substitution, yeah, to bring on Bayinde, who won us our penalty shootouts, the last ones we followed, bro? Man are taking a piss, bro. Man are taking a piss, bro. He mismanaged the game. Why did you need to bring on centre-backs in a game like that?
Yeah, but there's no... We know, but like what you said about Onana, we know Onana's a scrub. We know he's a scrub. Like, that's no new news for anyone. But at the same time, no matter if this was against Fulham, this conversation would have more go. Like, I get it, because against Fulham, even though Fulham away is not the easiest fixture in the world, it's still quite a difficult fixture. Mismanagement will end up, you will lose the game in it. And mismanagement will lose you a lot of games in football. AMORIM is, without a doubt, you're in your screw fix era, innit? Like, without a doubt, you are in the pits of hell. But even with bad management, you do not lose to Grimsby.
Bro, there's a difference between, yeah, mismanagement and no management. This team would have been better with no management. Even no management, it would have been better with no management. Because if you don't manage a team, yeah, the players can all use their own fucking initiative and win the game.
I think that's what they were doing. I think
they weren't.
Later on in the game,
bro. The players were still doing what they were told. Mason Mount was told to play left wing back, so he played left wing back. Mason Mount should never be playing left wing back. That's not the players doing what they want to do. That's not the players doing what they want to do. So the players doing what they want to do is them going to a fucking back four that they're comfortable playing, and them pushing up and actually playing football, blood. When you've got Mount on the left wing, that's not the players playing the way they would have played if they didn't have a manager. If there was no manager, the players would not have picked that team, bro.
Yeah, no, of course. I don't think any of the players would have played in certain positions, especially the overlapping centre backs, and especially three at the back. Well, there you go then.
So it's mismanagement. It's on the manager.
But it's on the manager, but there's also, the players are also accountable to a certain extent. So, for example, Onana, like, we're running out, bro.
But I'm not making no excuses for this manager, because this is his fault. So I don't care about the other stuff.
It is the manager's fault. But those mistakes, that near post that's unforgivable. I thought the first one was unforgivable until I saw the second one, because all Onana knows how to do is to outdo himself.
Yeah, but Onana didn't pick himself. So there again, like, at the end of the day, the fucking buck stops with the manager, bro. He didn't need to pick Onana, bro. And then on top of that, yeah, you've dropped Onana. In the first game of the season, he weren't in the squad. Second game of the season, you dropped him. And then you thought it'd be a good idea to put him in now, bro. Like, when the team clearly are planning to get rid of him. So don't play him then. You'd have been better off playing Heaton if you're not keeping him.
Even from an attacking standpoint, yeah, Ahmad was playing in the right 10. Sesko started up top, and Cunha played in the left 10. So as a front three, even regardless of some of the systematic stuff that this guy is clueless at, there should still be some sort of impetus to go and do something, or to be able to do something against players that are ultimately inferior in every single way. It wasn't even just the tactics. Every ground duel was getting lost. These men weren't up for it,
bruv. It was all the tactics.
Do you think the players were up for it? They weren't up for it.
If you watch the game, yeah, you would have seen Man United had 41% possession in their defensive fucking third, blood. We could not play out from the back and get the ball forward because of the stupid system. This bro builds up with 5 fucking players at the back, bro.
I'm saying correct, but I'm saying that
we don't need to do that.
These men weren't up for it. The basic, when I say like, when you strip down the basics of football, like to just simply doing your mileage and winning your duels, man weren't even doing that. Like these men didn't want it. These men didn't
what is there to want when you're going out there playing football? Dignity. Fuck dignity, bruv. When you're going out there and your manager's sending you out there to die, bro, there's only so much you can fucking do, bro. Man are trying to play out the back with fucking Fredrickson, yeah, and trying to play in between the lines. Like, what's man doing? Shit didn't make no sense. Didn't make no sense. A man got Kobe Mino in the double pivot, and people were saying, oh yeah, he was playing well. Bruv, no. What game were you watching? Yeah, man, what game were you fucking watching? He's not a double pivot player.
No. I'm saying I believe the manager. I say the manager is at fault in it. I've already said this. I've already gone on my thing. Said AMORIM, bro. AMORIM is, the level is poor. But at the same time, the players are also a disgrace. That's why I said it's either the players are a disgrace as well, or they down tools. I'm pretty sure Onana told Mbeumo to miss that pen. He said, "Look at the bigger picture." He said, "Look at the bigger picture. Get this guy gone." This is why I say I'm mentioning the players, because there's an excuse to a lack of build-up, yes, a lack of technique, yes, a lack of all these things, but a lack of endeavor to just put on your boots and fucking run, to put in a flipping tackle, to act like you want it. Like what Saeed said, give the wages to the fans. If that's what man are gonna do, man are overpaid, yeah, and are underworking and can't even get up against Grimsby. So it's either you're down tools in or they're just shit. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Above all of the shitty tactics that the manager keeps deploying, we know the manager, just like how we know Onana's shit, we know AMORIM shit. This result is a shock because Grimsby are in League 2. But the way Man United play is not a shock to me. I've said this in many times. Yeah. Man United have this ability to make anyone look half decent. Anyone. I've got veterans in League 2. You see it? I've got veterans in League 2. You know what I'm saying? I'll kick ball with these guys at Power League and that. Man don't look out of place. What can I play against Man United now? They will make anyone look good. Hackney Marshes, Friday football in Enfield. You know what I'm saying? They will at Man United, yeah. You just have this knack, and it's despicable. It's despicable. It's making it's really making me question like the ethics of what's really going on between the players and the manager. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? When Ralph said that you guys needed open heart surgery, yeah. When Ralph said that, I don't think anything's ever stuck for so long about open heart surgery. I don't think anything's ever stuck for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to draw things away from AMORIM. You get it? He is a fraud of the highest order. But I'm just stripping it down to the bare basics that I still didn't see from players worth millions and millions. And it's like, if they didn't down tools, then now I've got a question ability. Now I've got a question application, probably more than ability, to be fair, because it is more of an application thing. But again, you're in the same place you were in last year. But I just don't think Ten Hag would have let this happen. And he's a scrub too.
Ten Hag wasn't playing this system, bro.
Yeah, like you've got a man in that plays a specialist system who has no experience in the upper echelon in terms of like the top 5 leagues, if you want to count the Portuguese in the top 5 leagues.
At the end of the day, yeah, this brother plays a system that makes nobody look good, and people are talking about players and application, and you should still beat this and you should still beat that. It's a load of fucking nonsense, bro. That's not how football works, bro. I've many times, yeah, seen at every single level, yeah, where teams with better players have lost to teams that don't have better players. There's a million examples of it. So, like, it's so easy to fucking just say, oh, you know what, the players didn't fucking play well. But the whole purpose of a manager is to set your players up here in the best way possible to win a football match. He didn't do that. So the buck stops with him, period. Period. Because if it was just down to the players to just win the game, why do we have managers in football? Why do we have them? Why do we have them? Why are they there? Why do we have managers? That makes absolutely zero sense, bro. None whatsoever. The same game against our last fucking game against Fulham, yeah. Man United started well, and after 10 minutes, Fulham changed it. And did the manager react to the change? No. It's not up to the players to react to the change. They're not the fucking managers. So everyone can say, oh, you've got better players and XYZ. So fucking what, bro? Do you know what I mean? Football is a tactical game also, more so now than it ever was. Back in the day, it used to be 11 versus 11. The team with the best players used to win most of the time. Football doesn't work like that no more. Unfortunately, it don't. Because managers are so fucking egotistical now. Everything has to be their way. And the players are a lot less talented. And everything's about the system. So I don't want to hear nothing. When Man United are defending, and it takes, and I counted 3 passes from Ugarte and Ahmad losing the ball on the halfway line to them putting the ball into our box. 3 passes. That's not on the players. That's on the system. Because if they were set up in a functional mid-block, that could never fucking happen.
Against
how's that on the
Grimsby,
players,
yeah.
bro? They're human beings. How are they meant to cover all the ground on the pitch, yeah? That is there because the system is shit, bro. The gaps between the players is way too big in this fucking system, bro. People can say that Kobe's not mobile. Yes, he's not the most mobile player. But why do we have to run the most? Why do we have to run more than everyone else? Because we're set up so poorly.
Yeah, you are set up poorly, but not poor enough to lose against Grimsby, in my opinion.
The setup is bad enough to lose against anyone, bro. If his setup is so good, how come no other fucking manager uses it?
No, his setup's not good though.
It's fucking shit, bro. You can lose to anyone. You can lose to anyone playing like that. You just need the other team just need a little bit of luck. That's all they need, bro. Everyone looks good when you give them space. Everyone. There's not a fucking footballer on this planet that doesn't look good when they have space. Space is the one thing you don't give players. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. We gave these men space to play football. That's why they look good. They're not a good football team.
That's my point. They're not a good football team.
Good. There's guys in the chat that can't kick ball. If I give you 3 seconds on the ball, you might look half decent. You might do.
Exactly.
Well then, and that's tactical.
It is, again, yes, majority is tactical, man, but the players aren't completely out of blame on this, man. There's just certain...
Brother, of course, the gaps between League 2, bro, man, talk about the Premier League. The gaps between League 2 and Premier League are not as big as people think. But it's because people don't play football. That's why. The average person that talks about football never kicked a ball. They've never kicked a ball with anyone that's played at a level. I've kicked ball with players that have played non-league, played League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League, bro.
Likewise, bro. Likewise.
You know what I'm saying? The difference in the gap is not as big as people think. People think the gap between League 2 and Premier League is the difference between Sunday League and fucking League 2 or something. It's not. No, it's absolutely not, bro. And that is the reason why a lot of these youths that are at Premier League clubs go out on loan to Football League clubs and they never come back.
Yeah, no, that's true. But what we're not about to do is use that as a caveat to back the point that Man United could have been beaten by Grimsby. 2 things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter about the gap not being, because again, listen, I know as well, like that League 2, League 1 gap to the Premier League. Trust me, there's a lot of guys down there that could probably kick ball in the Premier League.
Oh, there's a lot of guys in those leagues that were in pro academies and didn't make it, and that's why they're there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like literally, like as I said, 2 things would be right. Like, even though the gap is not as big as people think, there's still no excuse to allow the game to get to how it got and to be outplayed in the way you were outplayed. Now, if Grimsby, again, if this was a Grimsby snatch and grab, yeah, If it was a snatch and grab and they've nicked it last minute, you get it, near post header, they've nicked it from a corner last minute, and you man just peppered them all game and couldn't hit the target, or do you get it? You know, it's just one of those days, innit? You have those days in football. It's a football match, innit? Yeah. Then you can make the argument of cool, you know, it was just one of those days. But when you get outplayed, when you don't do the football basics, when everything was against Manchester United in terms of what they should have done and what they could have done, when everything is negative towards Man United and positive towards Grimsby Town, there is some onus on the players, the management, the tactical rigidness. It stunk, and it does stink, and it won't change, and it will always stink. Yes, it will always stink. But these players are too good to let the game go the way it did, regardless of how bad the setup is. Yes, the setup will make anyone good. Will make anyone look a lot better. Because I've always said this. I said this just 5 minutes ago. Man United will make anyone look good. They make anyone's midfield look half decent. You're not gonna make Burnley look good. Watch, you'll win the game, but you'll make Burnley look good. I promise you that. I promise you that on the weekend. That like I can almost guarantee it. Yeah, and you'll still probably keep a clean sheet. But the point is, there is no excuse for that game to go the way it did, just because of the quality you had on the pitch. If I saw Fredrickson, and all man like Chido and that, and all these type of guys playing, we lost to Plymouth, bro, just last year. When you heavily rotate and you got bare young G's, you know what I'm saying? Bare young G's, and I can understand it. Like, it's cool. It happens. You know, you expect the young G's to do their thing. Sometimes they can just be out-muscled, and that could lose them the game. But you had Ahmad, Cunha, Sesko, Doku. Brother, there was the abundance of talent that was on that pitch. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. I'm just not hearing it. There's no excuse. AMORIM should never, ever manage a game for Man United again in his life. But that doesn't mean you lose against Grimsby Town for whatever reason. This is why I'm saying it's not out of the realms of possibility that these man down tools. It's not out of the realms, because I was seeing man ducking out of challenges.
Them man did not down tools. If them man down tools, it wouldn't have gone to penalties, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know what it is, yeah? People are going to rewrite history, yeah, because we lost the fucking game. Yes, they created better chances than us, yeah? But let's not pretend, yeah, that in the second half that we didn't have them man camped, bro, and there were opportunities, bro. Well then, people are talking like they battered us for 90 minutes. They didn't. But you man can turn around and talk like that now, yeah? Because we lost the game, bro. Because this is what people do, bro. And this is why I'm not hearing this. Second half, yeah, when we made the changes, the players were still playing for the manager, and they were still putting pressure on Grimsby, bro. They still had them pinned back. And on another day, man could have scored multiple goals. We just didn't, bro. And there's times when Man United have done that, bro.
You know,
there's times Man United have done that. The chance that dropped that Delip put over the bar, there was another chance here with the ball coming. I think it was Cunha that hit it, and then they blocked it, and it was like pretty much cleared off the line. We had them pinned back at times, bro. Man are going on, yeah. Man are going on like we were just pinned back for the whole game and we didn't do nothing. This is what people are gonna do. The players were still playing for the manager yesterday, bro. They were. They tried to take the game into their own hands, but ultimately that system is shackling every single player. There's not a single fucking player in that team that looks good. Not a single one, bro. Man can't tell me the players weren't trying yesterday. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that.
That first half looked like it. Second half, as I said, you man turned it up. You lot showed. But to me, the second half ain't nothing to talk about. That second half where you had them camped in is how the whole game should have gone. Or at least 80% of the game.
It doesn't matter. My point is, yeah, be balanced with your analysis. Stop talking like we got pinned back and man got smoked for 90 minutes. That didn't happen. You're saying that with the players we had, yeah, regardless of the manager setting them up to lose, they should have just won the game.
Yes.
They fucking tried to win the game, bro. A man's telling me we had 28 shots and 13 shots on target. It wasn't our fucking day yesterday, but the manager fucking stifled us, bro.
He did stifle you, but when you went head to head in that the first half was theirs, and the second half was yours. Obviously, the second half was more yours than the first half was more theirs, because obviously it was more a dogfight in the first half as opposed to them camping you back, knocking the ball around and whatever. But they implemented their style on you, man, and you choked and you were 2-0 down. You implemented yourselves in the second half and they choked eventually in the last minute and they camped back and you sat them back. But that doesn't mean a game of 2 halves against Grimsby Town is proving my point as well. A game of 2 halves against Grimsby Town, listen to me. Listen to what's being said. A game of 2 halves against Grimsby. The same youths that probably love them black youths from Love Island probably come from Grimsby, bro. Like, this is what it is. So I'm not saying you got battered for 90 minutes. You didn't get battered for 90 minutes. But the fact that that game was 50-50 for large parts of the game and they were better than you in the first half, and only in the second half when you brought on Mbuemo, you brought on Fernandez, only then did you start to really see a Man United that could actually do something, is insanity. It's insanity. This is Manchester United. I can't believe I just said it. This is Man United. You didn't, if you played Coventry, I could go, right, cool, this makes more sense. Play Grimsby, bro. Play Grimsby, man. Like, play Grimsby, bro. Like, I don't know how this man's gonna, I don't know how he's turned up in the morning. I don't know how the players, like, as a player, I'd actually look at the manager like he's a cuck, bro. I look at this guy like he's a cuck. If I was a player, like he's a cuck, bro. I promise you. Like, I know we've all had a manager in our football days where we're just like, fam, just fuck off, man. Just fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And I know we tried bust a 1-2 joke in the change room. It was, bro, I don't know whose idea it was to make Sesko take the 10th penalty as well. I don't know whose idea that was.
It was the fucking managers. That's who it was.
That there.
That's another thing people are chatting shit about, bruv. Like, it don't make no sense, bro. That's how I know people are dumb, yeah? It's like, you look at Manchester United, yeah? The brothers that normally take our penalties took our penalties. Period. You know what I mean? Cunha and Mbuemo are going to take the penalties anyway early because they're senior players, bro. Bruno always takes them. Maguire always takes them. Xerxes took the 5th penalty against Arsenal. Dallo always takes penalties. Our penalty order was the way it always is, bro. The way it always is, bro. Sesko was not shook, bruv. Look at the way he took his penalty. Man sent the keeper the wrong way. That was an easy penalty for him, bro. What's man talking about, bro? He takes penalties. The keeper, obviously the manager chooses who takes the penalties. What are we doing here? It's a non-story. It doesn't make no sense. Like, people are just dumb, bro. Did he miss the penalty?
No,
Did he miss?
He tucked it. He tucked it still.
Well, there you go. So why man chatting shit for? Why man chatting shit for? It doesn't matter when he took the pen. He scored it. Did he not score the pen? Man walked up, relaxed, and sent the keeper, bro. Like, what are we doing? The bro literally took pens at his last club. I'm sure he's probably taken a Champions League penalty, but you think he was scared to take a penalty against Grimsby? Are you fucking dumb? Do you know what I'm saying? It's on the manager. The manager can go fuck himself. I ain't got no time for this. Because I know if man get a new manager, we're playing better football straight away. So man don't care. I ain't got no energy for none of these players. I've got no energy for none of them with this manager in charge because I've played football. And I know what it's like to play football for a guy that's chatting shit and doesn't know what he's talking about. I know exactly what it's like. And man are not motivated to go out there and do nothing. That's it. Period. These man there. Imagine Mason Mount fucking warming up, bro. And he's seeing my man get out his fucking magnets, bro. Oh yeah, you're left wing back now. Are you fucking stupid, bro? Just change to a back 4. What are we doing? We need to win the game. We need to win the fucking game. And you're playing the guy left wing back and you want me to take you seriously, bro. Inexcusable, bro. You're losing to Grimsby Town and you can't change your stupid system. You can't change your stupid system. Man, I'm talking about our players get paid X, Y, Z. Bro, the only reason why you're talking about how much they get paid is probably because you've never seen money before. Money don't mean nothing to people that's got money. Don't mean nothing. This brother's got a tactics board out. Wing back. Are you fucking taking the piss? I don't even like Mason Mount. I don't like Mason Mount, but he's won a Champions League. And you're telling this player to play left wing back against Grimsby Town. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? It's a fucking disgrace, bro. In Mbumo right wing back when we're trying to win the game. If anything, you should have been playing 2 centre backs.
No, of course.
Because I've seen games like this for Man United under Sir Alex Ferguson, and what did he do? He put 2 wingers as fullbacks, played 2 centre backs. Blood. A man had 2 defenders on the pitch. That's how you're supposed to attack games like this.
And how many times have we seen Man United go 1-0 down against maybe an MK Dons? Maybe that's not the best example because you actually lost that game. But you know what I'm saying? How many times have we seen you lot play shit against a lower opposition team and just win the game because you have better players?
Of course, bro, but you still need to set them up, in a
they got to be. It's got to be competent. It's got to be competent. But I've seen Man United just win games just because of the quality they have. I've lost count in it. I've lost count with shit setups, with good setups, with meaty setups, even shitter setups. I've seen Man United just win games because they have guys that can make things happen for so long. I'm talking post-Fergie, by the way. Post-Fergie, I've seen you, man, do this to thousands of teams, not thousands, but
yeah, but this is the worst system we've ever played in, bro.
Like, bro,
we had overlapping centre backs, bro. Where did they do that?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, and this is also the worst team you've ever played against. I don't know if you played a team worse than Grimsby for me. Like, and again, like seeing De Ligt burst into the box and trying to hit it near post into the top bins was laughable. That's laughable, of course.
Some of our best chances in the game fell to De Ligt.
Yeah, but
shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, you should have stole it at the end. That's the bottom line. Sesko and De Ligt getting muddled up. One of them just needs to leave it for the other. Should have won the game at the death. We laugh at you for your performance. You advance to the next round. Like what Man United do. Like what Flawless says. Ponzi Scheme FC, 419 FC, Fraudulent Boys FC. You know what I'm saying? F Boys at it again, playing shit and stealing wins. But man, them couldn't even do that. They couldn't even do that. Man United are in a space now, yeah, where you don't know who to turn to, innit? No one knows who to turn to, who to look to. Not even on a banter thing now, like on a serious thing. While this manager's still in charge, there's no recovery, in my opinion. Whether you can beat Burnley 100, no,
there is no recovery. He's got to go, bruv. He needs to walk.
There shouldn't have been a recovery from last season, to be fair. The fact that it's even got this far is pure incompetence. The fact that it's got to this point, you know.
You should have got sacked after the Tottenham game. We know this. I was saying this for time, bro. And bro, at least this brother supports Arsenal, but at least he's fucking talking sense, blood. This is a new Man United team and people are still blaming the players. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That don't even make no sense. Man are still blaming the players.
Gotta blame Ineos as well, man. They chose
got a brand new Man United team, bro. And man are still blaming the players. Nah, bro, these players are way better than what they're showing under this manager at any point. Way better. This is one of the best squads that we've had in a long fucking time. I'm not having it.
No, even if the players are, we all know the players are better than what we saw yesterday, or better than what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, even from preseason, even back in the last season. The players are better than 15th place. That's for sure. Just like our Tottenham squad is not a 17th place team. It's not.
Yeah, and they showed that this season, bro. And they showed it in pre-season when they nearly won the Super Cup. So this is the point. This is the point. Just because you finish somewhere, that doesn't mean that's your level, bro.
No,
look what Tottenham are doing this season. Tottenham have won their first 2 games. They were better than PSG. They were better than them, and they were unlucky to not win that game. And they lost that game because of the lack of squad depth. The players were tired. The manager didn't really have no one to change. He changed it, and they ended up losing that game. They were the better team. And look at the difference between Tottenham last year and Tottenham this year. You know what the difference is? The fucking coach. It's not the players.
No, of course.
Well then, so I'm not about to sit here and blame these Man United players, where most of them are new players, bro, when they've got the same fucking shit coach in charge, bro. If we had a different coach and these men played like this yesterday, cool. I would have been saying, yo, the players now. This is the second manager you men are playing like this, but I know these players are good, bro. Like,
But I've
Cunha
not
was
said
bagging
somebody
goals for Wolves, comes into this Man United fucking dysfunctional system, yeah. And even though he's showing glimpses of brilliance, he don't look like the same player. Fucking Mbumo's been used as an inside 10, yeah, when he's way better playing off the touchline. The manager decided to do that.
But like, I've not disagreed with any of this. I don't disagree with any of this. I just think Grimsby Town is not on this. I just don't care because it's Grimsby. Like, in terms of Grimsby Town, like, I'm sticking on my guns on that one. Like, regardless, Grimsby Town is not a team you should still be losing to. Regardless, I'm not blaming the players. The manager's fault, but the players still shouldn't be getting defeated by Grimsby Town. It's just simple as that. Like, TTM's my guy. You can say I'm being ignorant. I'm not being ignorant. I'm just saying that regardless of how bad the manager is, you don't lose to Grimsby Town. You don't. You just don't.
Yeah, but that don't make no sense.
You don't.
But that don't make no sense because you of all people, yeah, you support a team, yeah, whose manager was getting way more out of his players, yeah, than probably they had on paper for a long fucking time. So you understand how important a fucking manager is. So
no, I do.
You can't turn around. You can't turn around with the same energy and say it doesn't matter. Like, it fucking matters, bro.
I'm saying for this particular game, in the grand scheme,
but football doesn't work like that. But football don't work like that because in a one-off game, anyone can lose to anyone, bro. You know that. It's football.
Of course, anyone could lose to anyone. But Man United have lost to Grimsby. You man are on the receiving end. So at the end of the day,
we ended up losing on penalties, and anyone can lose a penalty shootout.
Yeah, bro. From penalties, it's 50-50. But at the end of the day, even though I knew that Jurgen Klopp gave the go-go juice to a lot of the like a lot of these players look better than they did under Jurgen Klopp than what they actually were.
Jurgen Klopp had man fucking comparing Henderson to Paul Pogba, yeah? And then you want me to sit here and listen to it, don't matter who the manager is. I can't listen to that, bro.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Man are talking like, even though we didn't play well yesterday, we still drew the game and lost on penalties.
Nah, I'm saying
we still lost on penalties, bro. Man have to use some fucking common sense. We lost on pens. Anyone can lose on penalties.
Anyone can lose on penalties, but I'm saying for Grimsby, and by the way, a rotated Grimsby Town side.
Bro, we lost on penalties, bro. I know what you're saying. We were shit. We should have beat them, but we lost on penalties.
Right.
Anyone can lose on pens, bro. We were shit, and the players still got us back into the game, and we drew the game. That's the point I'm making, bro. The same way we were shit against Lyon, we conceded 4 goals with no reply, and guess what? The players still got us back into the game, and we won on penalties that time. But we could have lost on penalties too, bro.
And that's
anyone can lose on penalties.
No, you could have lost on penalties, but it's games like that, Rants, where I go, like, I'm not like, bro, I look at the United team and go, right, you do have the talent. These players didn't cost 80-90 million for no reason. Man didn't slap a blind price tag on them. You know what Mbuemo's about. You know what Sesko's about. You know what all these guys are about. Even the guys like Kobe who are being frozen out of Man United squad. You know what these men are about and what they can do. I've seen Kobe dunk on Liverpool like twice now. You know what I'm saying? I know what these men can do, even with a glimmer of confidence in their game. So, as I said, in a one-off game against Grimsby, because I know what Man United players can do with a shit manager like Ten Hag and a shit manager like AMORIM, I just go, well, realistically, I know the game went the way the game went. I just still think you lot still should have won. And I'll stand by that because your players are good players. You do not have a 15th place squad. It's nowhere near 15th. Even with the additions, it's even like, again, same as last window. I said to you, last window was actually, I think it was a decent window. You know what I'm saying? This window was even better. This window was even better than the last one was. Yeah. So for me, just because
it couldn't have been because apparently the players aren't good. So maybe it wasn't.
I didn't say the players. I've never said the players aren't. When have I said that?
Well then, so
when have I said the players aren't good?
Well then, so the buck falls with how they're being used. Period.
Yes. The 2 things can be true though.
Bro, man can do the 2 things can be true. Bro, what's the solution?
Get rid of the manager.
Well then, so we don't need to talk about the fucking players. Cool. Like they didn't play as well as they could have played, but it doesn't matter. Well, you're gonna get rid of 22 man and the manager and start all over again.
No, you're not gonna get rid of 22 players and the manager. the manager holds more weight than the
Well,
players.
it's wasted dialogue then. It's wasted dialogue. We're talking about the players. We know the players are better than what they're showing. So what does it matter?
Just not down to the level of Grimsby Town, innit? That's it. Just not down to the level of Grimsby.
We know that they're better than what they're showing, so it's the manager's fault. That's it. Like, that's it. Nah. That's the long and short of it, bro. It's the long and short of it. The manager picks the players. The manager picks the system. The manager makes the substitutions. The manager's the one that could have changed the goalkeeper knowing it was going to penalties and he didn't. The manager's the one that played Mason Mount left wing back. The manager's the one that had the lit overlapping from centre back. It's the manager. So we can talk about, yeah, the players should have been able to beat them. That's cool. But they don't pick the teams, innit? It's a one-off performance. These are the same players, yeah, that played, well, not all of them, but a lot of them played against Arsenal and played against Fulham. A lot of them. And they played better in those games. They played better in those games. But it doesn't fucking matter. The manager is the root cause of this, bro. Because players' performances are going to fluctuate throughout the season anyway. There's not a single player in the Premier League that's going to play well every single game. There's not one. So we can sit here and we can say, oh, the players need to be accountable. But at the end of the day, they're fucking human beings, bro. How many times do you get sent out, yeah, to look like a dickhead before you decide that you can't be arsed no more? And those are not players that were down in tools. Because if they were down in tools, we wouldn't have equalized in the first place. We wouldn't have equalized. Mbeumo took his goal well. Harry Maguire popped up like he has many times when we've been under the cosh. These are not players that are throwing the manager under the bus. These are players that are clearly not getting what the manager's asking them to do. They're not getting it. Those are not happy footballers, bro. Wow. How often are you going to turn up to work if you're not happy? How are you going to perform?
No, facts. Facts. I know the player. Listen, we've already said this many a time. We've gone round in circles in terms of the players and the manager. But at the end of the day, as long as the manager's in charge, you're not going to move forward. It's not going to happen. You're not going to move forward. It's not going to get better. There'll be odd wins. You might even do well against Man City because that's what Man United do. You know what I'm saying? They turn up in the big games, but they can't do nothing when anything else is asked of them. And that's why you are where you are. And that's why you are who you are. There ain't no identity left in this club right now. Do you know what I'm saying? What you have is in name and in pool of players. But the second you lot keep employing these bums and these scrubs, then you're going to stay where you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I argue with Man United fans, all they can argue with me about is how popular they are, not what they win and what they do no more. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're just giving more rivals, more ammo. You know what I'm saying? And it's past the banter point now. It's past all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's past all of that. Like, Man United have very quickly become the laughingstock of football because of poor decisions from the top, time and time again. You know what I'm saying? And you can do things right at certain points. Like, by the way, something's going with the mods in your chat, by the way. I don't know what, I've just seen that. Something's going on with the mods. I don't know what
mod is it, guys? Do you lot know?
I don't know if someone...
what mod it is. If you keep fucking around, I'll unmod all of you lot.
Did someone unmod? I think someone unmodded bare people. I don't know.
I'm the only one that can unmod someone.
So what did they do? Just ban bare man?
It needs to be members only. It shouldn't be fucking... Any prick shouldn't be able to comment, bro. If you're not subbed, I don't want you in my chat.
Yeah. Yeah. TTM, what did the mod do? Did he... Yeah, anyway. Someone's going mad because the whole chat's going mad about it. But
I don't know, bro. I have no idea. But you lot work out who's doing what.
Yeah, I couldn't. I'll go on the actual stream and I'll see what it was. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like, even if you do certain things right, like, again, like, you know, certain players of recruitment, like i.e. Mbeumo, Cunha, certain things that were done absolutely right, 100%, 100 out of 100, ideal move for a team that's not doing well. I've managed to pull that off that not a lot of teams can do. Like, the overarching problem still deletes all of this, or at least stagnates it. Because it doesn't automatically mean Mbeumo suddenly can't play football or Cunha suddenly can't play football. But you'll very quickly not get the best out of them. and they'll very quickly realize whether they have a future here or not.
Yeah, but if everyone can't play football, whose fault is it?
No, that's what I'm saying. So these managerial decisions in when to sack a manager and when to bring someone in and when to give someone time, it's always wrong. It's always wrong. Like we said this in any walk of life in your job. Why should your manager invest into you as an employee if you haven't done anything to deserve it after getting rid of the last guy?
Precisely, but this is why these men need to get rid of him. So we need to give them, we need to wait and see, what these men do, with this manager. We need to wait and see what they do with this manager, because there's rumors that he's gonna walk in it. So
he's look at the way he was speaking. That looks like a man that's ready to walk.
He's gonna walk in it, because if he doesn't walk, they need to sack him. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need to wait and see, if they sack this brother or not, because everything you're saying right now, it makes sense, but then it don't make sense for the simple fact that we need to wait and see, because since these guys have come in, they've been pretty quick with firing most people, and when they haven't fired, there's been a reason. When they didn't sack Eric Ten Hag, they came out and they said, "Listen, we didn't have our CEO in place. We didn't have our DOF in place, and we thought it was too early to make a decision like that, so we gave him time." And then they sacked him straight away when they realized he had his players and nothing had changed. The same thing happens with Ruben Amorim. He should have been sacked after the final. However, they brought in more players and they're giving him a little bit of time now to see what he's doing. And he's failing exactly like he was last season. So he's proven that it wasn't the players and it's him. So he will get sacked as well, I'm sure. The same way Brailsford got moved on, the same way fucking Ashworth got moved on. They've shown, more often than not, since they've been here, they're willing to sack people and sack people pretty quickly, if it's not working out. They've shown that. So now it's how they deal with the manager now.
They've shown that they can be ruthless, but they're fixing mistakes that they've made. Now it's good that you're trying to fix the mistake, but you're undoing things that don't need to be undone. For example, as I said,
like what?
You sack him before the end of the season. Now you're not looking for solutions for a mistake that you made. That's the way I see it. From the outside anyways. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with these problems if you just was ruthless at the right time. I'm not saying Ineos aren't ruthless. You've showed many times that you are ruthless, but you're being ruthless at the wrong times. So do you know what I'm saying? You're putting out a fire that you started.
I understand. I believe they should have sacked him. They should have sacked him. You're 100% right. They should have sacked him then. We don't know their reasonings for not sacking him. I'm not about to sit on about that. Bro, I couldn't give a toss, bro. Like, for the simple fact that whether they sack this brother in the summer or they sack him after 2 games or whatever, like, I don't care, bro. Like, the season's not over, bro. Like, the season's far from over. Like, the season is very, very salvageable, bro. Like, if they sack him right now, I'm completely cool with them sacking him right now, bro. Like, one thing I don't do in life, is complain about shit that is just not going to change, bro. Like, I can't do that, bro. Like, I can't change the fact that they didn't sack him, in the summer. However, if they sack him after 3 Premier League games, bro, the season's still on, mate. You still got the whole fucking season. Do you know what I'm saying? And the truth is, we're out the League Cup. But even if we won the League Cup, if we don't have a good league finish, no one's going to give a shit, bruv. If we finish 10th, and we won the League Cup, no one's saying it's a good season, bro. Like, a lot of the chat, about this League Cup thing, it's just embarrassment. That's all it is. The truth is, even if we won that trophy, it wouldn't have meant nothing. This season is about a fucking respectable league finish. This is what this season is about. This season is not about the League Cup. Exactly, it's game week 2. If man end up finishing 5th in the league, this season, not saying that we're going to, but if we end up sacking him, finishing 5th in the league, no one's remembering we got knocked out the fucking League Cup. No one's remembering that. This season is about the league. We've won a League Cup before. We've won an FA Cup before, recently. That doesn't mean shit. A lot of men are just talking out of pure embarrassment right now, bro. We're 2 weeks into the season. This season is very, very salvageable. Like, man are talking like it's fucking, I don't know, February or something like that. It's February, a man in 16th place. Like, bro, it's mad. Like, see, a lot of Man United fans are saying they would want a top 6 finish. Brother, we've won one and drew, no, lost one and drew one in the league, bro. There's so much football to play. So the fact that they didn't sack my man in the summer, I'm not too mad about that because I'm happy with their recruitment. As much as they should have, they've recruited very well for the next manager. They recruited very, very well. Very well. I didn't want Sesko. But the little things that I've seen from him as a player, he is going to score goals for us. And he was a much better signing than fucking Rasmus Højlund. And Rasmus Højlund looks like he's out the door. Garnacho looks like he's out the door. Anthony and Sancho look like they're out the door. We can sit here, yeah, and go on like the world's ended, yeah, because we've been knocked out. Because it's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But it doesn't mean nothing. Really. It doesn't mean nothing. Because if we won 6-0 yesterday, people say, oh, you should have beat them 6-0, Grimsby. Who cares? This is what it is. Like, this is the reality. It's just embarrassment. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone's. Well, I haven't seen people say, you know, it's the end of the world.
No, but it is. It's embarrassment, Monts, because man don't want to get cooked by rival fans. Rival fans are having their fun right now, and people are getting upset because it's embarrassing.
This is the biggest embarrassment. Like, I'll be honest, like, I'm gonna be bringing this up for a long, long time. Like, don't get that.
But this is the point. It's just embarrassment. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean shit, bro. It doesn't mean anything.
In the grand scheme of things, like as I said, I stick with the timing of what you do is just more off. The improvement you've made is that you're doing things better than you were in the last 2 years upstairs than prior to that.
Exactly. So and we're still gonna make mistakes still.
Yeah, like, but these mistakes, these type of mistakes are still leading to things like this. Like, do you know what I'm saying? As in, like, even though it's not the end of the world, like, it's just funny how a little bit of timing difference can put you on the front foot.
Hey, bro, how long have your owners been at your club now?
Oh, 12, 13 years now, 13 years.
How long did it take them to get it right?
So, like, I'd say, I won't say 13, 14, we got it right. But we built something 2013, 14. Then it went backwards again. Then it went forwards again. So if you're saying, in terms of, if you mean borderline success, 2018. So 7 years. 7 years. If you're talking the first glimpse of a title push, then 4 years.
Well, there you go. 4 years. So either way.
Because obviously Klopp came in 2015.
Some men are saying 6 years. Some men are saying 4 years. The point is, these men have been here for a year. And they've got way more right than they've got wrong. So I'm not about to sit here and pretend that everything they've done is wrong, because that's what people are going on like.
Yeah, upstairs, yeah. Transfer-wise, yes, they've done the right thing.
It's not just transfer-wise,
yeah, but you, no, I'm talking about director of football, all of that stuff as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? That the guys like getting Dean Ashworth out the door. Yes, the ruthlessness on that point, yes. But as you said, all of these things have different implications at different levels. And you have told me as well how important that manager is, how important it is. We've just spoken about Thomas Frank.
And he's going to get sacked, bro.
Yeah, like.
And they didn't bring in Ten Hag. So this is only their first manager. They're allowed to make mistakes, bro.
I'm not saying they're not allowed to make mistakes. I'm just saying they still backed the manager and didn't sack him at the right time. So therefore, it does hold. I think it holds more weight than what you're saying it doesn't. It does hold weight because, for me, these players will perform under a better manager. We know this. They'll perform under a better manager. But it should have been like this from the off. It should have been like this from the off.
Should have been like what?
It don't take a genius to say that this man should have been sacked last year. It don't take a genius to say that Ten Hag should have been sacked after he won the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? That man should have been sacked at the right time. And it's just the positive that you take out of it is that, you know what? upstairs is working better, so we still have a get out of jail free. When you sack him, we'll still have the manager bounce. The players can go and we move and we start going in an upward trajectory. But at the end of the day, the bigger picture is of fixing mistakes that they caused. They're fixing mistakes that they caused, so therefore it's slowing down the process that should have been a lot quicker for Man United.
Yeah, but bro, listen, everyone makes mistakes, and this is what I'm saying, bro. What I don't like about this conversation is, man are going on, yeah, like man are holding us to standards that are not realistic standards, bro. They're not realistic. Look at Chelsea, they're world champions right now, yeah. Their new owners have come in, yeah. Them man went through like 4 managers and about 2 billion quid to win their thing, bro. In no time.
Who?
Bro, since fucking Roman left, them man have spent 2 billion quid and had about 4 or 5 managers, bro.
Yeah.
Our guys have only hired 1 manager. 1. Do you know what I'm saying? A man is saying that they're fixing their own mistakes, bro. This is what you're supposed to do in business. You try something, it doesn't work, you pull the trigger and you go again, bro. Like, who comes in and just gets it right straight away? That's why I asked you how long, yeah, did it take your management to sort it out? And our club was a massive mess, bro. They had to open a new fucking training ground. We're building a new stadium because the place is falling apart, yeah. These men inherited an absolute swamp. Do you know what I'm saying? They inherited a swamp, bro. So I don't know what man are talking about, bro. But like, Chelsea, man are just forgetting. They're going on like they came in, yeah. The new owners came in when Sir Alex Ferguson was still there and we just won a fucking prem, bro.
But bro, Chelsea fans during this time were livid. They were losing their minds. Liverpool fans
and Man United fans are fucking mad too, bro. What do you mean? They want the manager out. Who's okay with this?
Yeah, so that means we have every right to highlight what I'm highlighting. I think is clear to see, and I have every right. I'm not saying you're not saying I don't have a right to highlight it. I'm highlighting it because, as I said, with from 2011 onwards and that, bro, up until that 2011 to 2014, 13, brother, it was dark, bro. It was dark. And yes, they were trying to fix things. They were doing the right things, bringing in the Sturridges, the Coutinhos. They were even Suarez, even though there was a few other ones in there that I don't like to mention.
And what happened? But what happened though, Monts?
It built something to at least bring in certain players to give us a base. It gave us a base until we got the right guy in. But what do you mean? What do you mean?
No, but what kind of base? Because you're saying you brought in this, that, and the other. My point is, yeah, even with your new owners, it took you a while, yeah, to get to where you are right now. You're holding our new owners, yeah, to standards that Liverpool weren't held to, Chelsea weren't held to. Do you know what I mean? No one's been held to these standards. Like, it doesn't make sense. What? No one can make mistakes.
I was cussing Chelsea. Ask anyone of these Chelsea fans in the chat. I was cussing Chelsea every step along the way. Every step along the way, I've been cussing Chelsea. There's no. But
what I'm saying is, you've been cussing Chelsea, but Monts, what I'm saying to you, what I'm trying to make you understand, and what I'm trying to make a lot of people understand as well, yeah, is forget football for a reason, because people are thinking with their football hat. Think about business, yeah. In any business, yeah, mistakes are made. It's how you rectify them. Nobody comes in and gets every fucking decision right, bro. This is what no one.
I understand that.
You're only Liverpool fans now. You man are talking like you was always good, bro.
No.
I'm speaking like this, bro.
I'm speaking like this because I know how long it can take. If that kind of continues, eventually shit will stick. You throw enough stuff at the wall and it will stick. Look at Chelsea. They keep throwing something at the wall. It's starting to stick. Yeah, Man United, it will stick eventually. But with the mistakes that
how you judging man off the 1 year then?
What do you mean? I didn't say your borders need to go. You need to change the
board. No, but you're saying that they're fixing mistakes that they've made, but everyone makes mistakes at the beginning.
I'm not gonna sit there and praise them wholeheartedly when I feel like the mistakes, the ruthlessness that they're showing is you're putting out a fire that you have caused that didn't need to be there. There are also positives that you guys have had.
What is the fire specifically?
The decision to sack Ten Hag was too late. And the year later you've done the same thing.
Ten Hag wasn't their manager though.
Right, but they still should have sacked him. They were empowered. They still had the decision to get rid of him. They listened to Dean Ashworth and they and kept him. So they could have had the decision to sack Ten Hag, and at least then.
And where's Ashworth now? Where's Ashworth now? Where's Ashworth now?
Good,
okay.
and that's one of the positives. Again, that's one of the positives. Again, it's a positive to sack Dan Ashworth. It's a positive to sack Ten Hag. But also, what I'm saying is that if he was sacked at the right time, AMORIM gets a pre-season. Like getting rid of managers 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks into the season, 5 weeks, 2 months into the season, it sets a cycle that is quite hard to break in terms of your on the pitch success, which Man United are judged heavily on. Yes, the stadium's going to get built. You guys are recruiting well. You always recruit well because of your badge. You're getting rid of man way quicker than what you were under those shitty Glazers. Yes, they're not teething all the money out the club because you guys are always going to save well. But at the end of the day, that there is still a cycle that you are in that is still being caused by those split decisions, which again, they will learn and they will make quicker, but it is going to burn more time. That it's just going to burn a lot more time, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's going to burn a lot more time. And it doesn't mean you have shit owners. It doesn't mean they're the worst. It doesn't mean they need to go out. It doesn't mean we're judging them on this. I judge everyone on the same parameter, bro. I've flamed Chelsea for the last 3 years. I've flamed Chelsea since Bodie's walked through the door. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to walk through the door with this much money and the standards this high, you need to know what you're doing. Otherwise,
so basically what you're saying, what you're saying is they should have sacked the managers earlier. Yes, I agree.
Yes, those are the main two things. No, I didn't say you're disagreeing with it.
Who wanted Ten Hag out before me? No one. You know what I mean? Who wanted AMORIM out before me? No one. So I agree with you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna overcompensate. I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, Ineos are so ruthless. I love what they're doing. When really this ruthlessness should have been done when the fans saw it, when you saw it, when I saw it.
Oh, you're right. But what I'm saying to you, Monts, and what people need to get into their heads is, I don't agree with their timing in sacking managers. But like I said before, they've got more right than they've got wrong. People are going on, like they're only defined by the things that they've got wrong.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. They have got more right than what they've got wrong. Yeah, no, they've got more right than what they've got wrong from a business standpoint. But Man United are going to be judged by the public. From a footballing standpoint
too, because we recruited well.
Yeah, of course. But even though the manager timing thing seems so insignificant compared to ruthlessness, compared to getting players in, compared to getting them at the same prices, right? It sounds like obviously there are all these things are positive, right? And you look at the timing of the manager sacking, but as I said, if the manager is such a crucial piece to making these other 3 things work, then that timing issue holds so much weight.
But in the short term, but Monts, in the short term, they're not. In the short term, they're not. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand, bro.
No, I understand.
A well-run football club,
I understand.
A well-run football club, the manager is the most changeable part of the club if you get everything else right. That is the reason why Barcelona for years, no matter who was the fucking manager, they won the league, bro. We saw loads of managers win the league with Barcelona, that couldn't win a league with any other team because the team was actually set up the right fucking way.
But but the manager also holds. Yeah, but you're not Barcelona though. Like,
no, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't fucking matter, bro. Listen to the point I'm making. The point is, if you recruit right and you have everything else right, the head coach is the one that can come and go. So when I'm looking at the way that they're structuring the team, who they've got as the CEO, who they've got as the director of football, the players they're bringing in, all these other things, the young players that we're recruiting, the likes of the 1 millions for the Aiden Heavens and all these other things. We're doing loads of little things right we weren't doing before. So
yeah, I agree with that.
When all of those things are done right, the head coach becomes a lot less important because if they're not working, then you can just fuck them off. But we're doing a million things at once. We're changing everything at once. We're not going to get everything right. This is my fucking problem, bro.
I hear you're not going to get everything right, and the manager is interchangeable, but the manager is also the most integral thing from a footballing standpoint. And Manchester United, from the naked eye, are going to get judged more so on a footballing standpoint because that's what rival fans are going to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying in terms of all the good things that you're doing, and I've praised what you've done. I was like, you know what, things are looking better from what you guys are doing. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the most important piece is that manager to get any results on the pitch. And if that decision and that timing decision is still going to be wrong, then you're still going to be looked at ultimately as a failure, because no one likes a business that don't like, no one's going to look at Man United from a business standpoint if you're not a Man United fan. We can understand it, because I understand it. But from a footballing standpoint, that manager call is way too important. You know, it can be interchangeable, but just because it's interchangeable, it doesn't mean it's not as important on the football pitch, which you have stated many times how important it is just to have someone who can call the shots and get the best out of the players. If that call continues to be wrong in timing and in personnel, it's not going to matter what you do upstairs until you get a half-decent manager in. But I trust you not to get a half-decent manager in, because you've done most of the other things right. But at this point right now, it looks like hot water. You know what I'm saying? It looks stale at the moment. You know, you have a better squad. The stadium's getting fixed. All these things are great. You got knocked out by Grimsby, bro. Rival fans don't give a fuck, bro. People aren't going to care. You know what I'm saying? They'll eventually get it right, but you're going to get cussed while you don't get it right, because that's what happened to Chelsea. That's what happened to Liverpool. And it's definitely going to happen to Man United.
People can cuss, bro. People can cuss, but it doesn't make them right. So I don't care. That's the reality.
I'm just saying
that's the reality.
I didn't just say people will cuss you, but I'm saying that like people aren't going to pay as much attention as to what you're doing upstairs if what's going on the pitch is so dire. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, at the end of the day,
if it was stable, it would be fine.
Yeah, but the point is, people want to pick and choose, when one thing feeds into another. Because when we're playing shit, man are so quick to say, oh yeah, it's because of the owners, it's because of this, it's because of that. It's always because of something, bro. People want to pick and choose when the football's separate from the business. Either it is or it isn't, bro. This is my point, bro. People are picking and choosing the arguments. The same way man are saying that the football is the be all and end all and no one cares about all the other good things that they're doing and stuff like that. Bro, there's no way, that them not sacking this one manager outweighs all the other shit that we're trying to do.
No,
we're trying to do a million different things at once, And the thing is, it's not even about defending Ineos, because, bro, I don't give a shit. I wanted the Qataris. I wanted someone that was just going to come in, spend money, buy all the best players and get us back to where we needed to be. That's what I wanted. But I'm also someone that understands, the complexity of building something. Do you know what I'm saying? And it takes time. It doesn't matter whether it's a football club or a fucking business or anything like that. There's so many moving parts, that goes into having anything that's successful, bro. There's so many different moving parts. There's too many people, that have got bare big chat and they've never built anything sustainable in their life. Anything.
That's some shit. That's some truth in that.
You understand what I'm saying? Anything, bro. Even building a fucking YouTube channel, bruv. Do you know what I mean? That's sustainable. It takes time, bro.
That ain't easy either. The people think
it's not, bro. It's not easy, bro. It takes fucking time, bro. There's so many different moving parts, bro. People just see the fucking show, blood. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that people have no fucking idea about. Do you know what I mean? So people that ain't built nothing in their life got all this chat. And it's like, bro, you don't understand what's going on. You don't fucking know. So when I'm looking at the team, everyone was complaining, saying Man United, we didn't have no structure. Then all of a sudden, we've got a structure. We've got a fucking director of football that's actually bringing in good players. We've got new analytics, brother, from Mercedes that's fucking using data and finding us better players. We got Vivell in. We got a new CEO. We got a new training ground. We've got all these things within 18 months and man are still fucking complaining, bro. This is why my head's hot, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I actually care about my fucking football club. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm pissed off, bro. But I can still be measured when I'm pissed off. That's the difference. Like, I understand the amount that's going on.
I don't think I'm not being measured with what I'm saying, though.
No, but I'm saying, that I can be measured when I'm angry, bro. Like, I know what I'm talking about. It's not right, I'm angry, fuck everyone else, lash out and all that, bro. I'm not lashing out, bro. I'm pissed off because I care about my football club. But I can still be measured, bro. I can still have a back and forth conversation with you. This is not personal. You know that. I know that. We're having a conversation. We don't have to agree on loads of things, but this is just a normal conversation. I'm just pissed off with the situation. I'm not pissed off with anyone else. Do you
Yeah,
understand what I'm
no,
saying?
I know that.
I know
Yeah,
you. I know
that's
you
it.
know that, but there's a lot of mutants in the chat that have never touched grass and don't have friends, so they don't understand that a man can just be pissed off. You understand? Because these men only speak via text to people, and that's the difference. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man only talk on Twitter. I'm pissed off because my team's shit, bruv. Monts is my guy, bro. End of story. We don't have to agree. I'm speaking like this because I'm pissed off. And that's it, bro. The bottom line is, Manchester United, we're going through wholesale changes at the moment. Wholesale changes. We're going to get things wrong, blood, and we have got things wrong. We have got things wrong, bro. But I'm balanced enough to see that we got more things right than we've got wrong, bro. Because if we keep changing managers, we'll absolutely get it right eventually. It worked for Chelsea. It worked for them once, and it took them 4 managers. This is only our first one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
Them man gave Thomas Tuchel, a summer window and then sacked him after like 3 games. So, and then who did they bring in after Tuchel? Potter. Then he sacked him as well. And guess what? They're world champions, mate.
Yeah, and that's what I said. That's why I said it doesn't mean it's like you'll never.
So we keep sacking until we get it right, Monts. That's what I'm saying.
But save yourself some time and sack someone at the right time. This mid-season thing's dead.
But it worked for Chelsea. Have you noticed Chelsea have sacked
most of them? Have you noticed Chelsea have sacked most of their managers, like either at the end of the season, and therefore he at least gets a pre-season. Do you know what I'm saying? Most of the time
they sacked Poch there, but no, Potter and Thingy.
Potter went at the end of the season. Not the,
but Potter came in. But Potter came in that same season.
Yeah. So, but he got a pre-season.
The same season he came in.
Yeah, but my point is that they're sacking when they sack.
You got sacked in March. You got sacked in March.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like March means that cool. Finish the season with an interim, get your new guy in, and then start the season. Not sack a man at the start of the season, 5 weeks in.
But they sacked. But Tuchel was the first manager they sacked, and they sacked him in the middle of the season, bro.
Yeah, and that was dead.
Or the start of the season, even they sacked him in September, I believe.
And that was dead. Do you know what I'm saying? That's dead. You know what I'm saying? I think, as I said, like when I say timing, I believe regardless of whether that's Chelsea or Man United, timing is very important. When
it is, but you can't always get it right once. That's the point.
No, you won't always.
Just because they haven't got it right, that doesn't mean they haven't got loads more things right. If you're holding that one thing over them, then
I'm not holding it over them. I'm not holding it over them. I'm saying that holds major weight, in my opinion. It doesn't necessarily outweigh everything, but it holds major weight. I think timing is so crucial when it comes to switching your manager and really going for a hard reset, regardless of whether you got good or bad players. You know what I'm saying? I think Thomas Frank getting that pre-season and coming in when he came in looked like a good timing to move someone on. I think Jurgen Klopp moving on from Arne Slot was a good transition. Liverpool wrote off Jurgen Klopp's first year because when did he come in? I think October. We still finished 8th. Yes, we got to a final and we saw improvements because Klopp is a very good manager. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in terms of you can slow your process down for a long time just by missing out on maybe sacking someone 3 months earlier.
I completely agree with you because I wanted both these managers sacked quicker. But the truth is, Mons, your owners, people are looking at your owners like good owners now. These are the same owners that man have been complaining about for the best part of a decade, bruv. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden they're good owners. And it took them a while to get anything right, bro. So I'm saying, within 18 months, all the shit that these men have done, a man are holding these decisions over them. I just don't think it's fair, especially when you compare it to your owners and Chelsea's owners, bro, because these men have come in with more to do in terms of the infrastructure of the club itself, not just the football. People are just looking at the football. This is all I'm saying, bro. Like, I completely understand. And like, even with this super chat, man said top to bottom seems like a sickness running through the entire organization. I completely disagree with that, my brother. I disagree with that. I would have agreed with you 2 years ago, I don't agree with you now, because I believe, that since the new owners have come in, the players that we're looking to get rid of, the fact that we're slashing the wage bill and getting rid of the overpaid players, there's been a big cultural shift, at this club in the last 18 months. There has been, bro. Even the fact that players like Garnacho, that I said I don't want at this football club because of his attitude, he's gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Players like Rashford, who was doing fuckeries, bro, overpaid, got the number 10 shirt too early, gone. A lot of people had a problem with Sancho, gone. Paid too much for Anthony, gone. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, so a lot of the stuff that we was moaning about, these men have eradicated in a very short space of time. Man complained about recruitment, it's improved. Never had a DOF before, we've got one now. The whole structure's changed, bro. We had fucking Murto and Ed Woodward before doing foolishness, bro, and just signing players for the sake of it. Loads of things. Onana will be gone as well. So these men are literally eradicating a lot of the problems that we had that was built up over decades, and they're eradicating it within 18 months. So I do agree that we did have a cultural problem. But I believe the culture's a lot different now, bruv. But we're not seeing it on the pitch now because it's too fucking early, bro. That's all, bro. It's PTSD from all the shit. Everyone's mudding in the last 15 years into now, bro. But you need to understand that this is a complete new start, bro. It's a fresh start. Man are still holding on to the past.
I'm not holding on to
that's where I am. What's that?
I said,
I'm not you. Not you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're not a United fan. But I'm saying a lot of Manchester United fans are grouping in pre-Ineos Glazer stuff with post-Glazer Ineos stuff. They're putting it all together. It's not all together. AMORIM is their first managerial appointment and they got it wrong. So now they need to make sure the next one's the right one. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain men are still saying Fergie needed time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That this is where we are, Monts. Fergie needed time. Man are still talking about Saleh Ferguson.
This is it. This is it. You know, it's a similar thing for when we went from Rodgers to Klopp. It's like there could have been a time like we got that time in. I think we were a bit lucky. It was a match made in heaven at times, but it was lucky and a good decision. But after AMORIM, as you said, you have to get it right.
We have to.
Whoever comes in once again might actually
Brother, they have to be the right guy once. The next guy has to be the guy to get us back into Europe.
It might be the right guy, but the right guy might not get the patience that he deserves because he was brought in at a time when he should have been brought in the summer.
No, you know I don't think so. Like, I'll be honest, Monts. I'll be honest.
Maybe because you're not Chelsea, because that's something more that can happen at Chelsea, where if it's brought in at the wrong time, they're going to sack him after a year, regardless whether he gets it or not.
I'll be real. You see, with the quality of the players that we have and the fact that we're playing once a week, no preseason's not an excuse, because these players don't even need excessive coaching. I would argue that they're overcoached under this manager. That's why they're playing so badly.
That's why you should have beat Grimsby. That's why you should have beat Grimsby.
But bro, at the end of the day, what they're going to do, put Mason Mount left wing back and he says to the manager, nah, fuck that, not playing there. He can't do that.
No, I'm saying, but just from the point you said, that's why you should have beat Grimsby.
I understand what you're saying, but overcoaching a team, like I said, is worse than undercoaching a team. You'll get away. Ollie would have beat Grimsby. You understand what I'm saying?
So with Ten Hag.
But there you go. And that is the point. AMORIM overcoaches this team, bro, to the point where players are second guessing themselves. Do you know what I mean? Players are doing things that's not natural, bro. It's not natural for De Ligt to be overlapping as a centre-back and getting into the box and putting the ball over the bar. It's not natural. These guys are not playing in a flow state, bro. Everything is overthought and under-executed, bro. This is on the manager, bro. This is 100% on him. If we just had an interim manager, if they put Darren Fletcher in charge for that game yesterday, we would have won that game. We would have won it. And that's why I can't sit here, genuinely, and just blame the players. Because literally, if they coached themselves, they would have won the game. They would have won it. So the manager was the net negative. He's the reason why they lost, bro. Like the penalties went all the way around. I don't remember seeing a penalty shootout like that. They're saying it's one of the longest penalty shootouts in the history of the competition. It's foolishness. Do you know what I'm saying? It's actually foolishness. Massively overcoached. So because of that, I don't think it takes long. I don't think it takes long. You get in a decent manager. If they brought in Sean Dyche tomorrow, we beat Burnley on the weekend comfortably. This manager is the problem. He's the issue. Look what Moyes is doing at Everton right now. And David Moyes is the epitome of a bread and butter manager, bro. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing, the resurgence at Everton. Everton won't be in a relegation battle this season.
Look what you've done with West Ham.
Well, exactly. And this is what it is. Like, I think people are underestimating the damage this manager's doing. He's doing real damage, bro.
But again, right. So hence when I talk about the weight of keeping him for 3 more months. Do you see what I'm saying?
Bro, they're not going to. It's not 3 months because it's only 2 games, my brother, in the league. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about from the Europa League final to now. That extra 3 months, the damage he's doing, the damage. Like, bro, any longer, we could have seen Kobe leave.
Brother, you're right. You're right. You're right, Mons. But the club were never going to let Kobe leave. The club were never going to let him leave, bro. And this is when the owners have to step in and say, yo, this ain't happening.
But it's still affecting the players. Like, it's affecting the mental. That raw. A guy can just come in this club and really just put me to the side after I've almost single-handedly carried United as one of the only Mancunians left in the squad.
Bro, I do understand, but this is where, like I said,
for a bit longer than he should have been in.
You're right, but this is where the owners need to step in and say enough is enough. Because like you're saying, yeah, cool. There could have been damage, yeah, keeping him. But the flip to that is, yeah, Ruben Amorim could have turned around and said to these men, yeah, you know what? I needed a striker. Look, Rasmus is shit. Because we have to be balanced here. Anyone that knows football, yeah, knows that Garnacho's not good. Højlund's not good. So when these men look at these things, yeah, and the manager says, yo, the reason why we weren't scoring goals last season is because Rasmus is shit. Okay. Garnacho shit. Okay. So Ineos are saying, all right then. So if I take these guys away that you don't think are good, Anthony, and I give you better players, statistically, I've given you 2 of the top scorers in the Prem, so we're going to score goals now. Of course we are. All right, there you go. Here they are. Still not scoring goals. Now it's like, now I can sack you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So man have to look at it both ways. He's under a contract. I would have sacked them. But the point is, man have given them Sesko, Cunha, and Mbumo, and man are still not creating chances. So now manager can't turn around and say, you know what? It's the players. He can't say that no more. I've taken away your ability to say that now. I've given you a rope to hang yourself with. And sometimes this is what you have to do. Because if you're Amorim, you can easily turn around and blame the players because they are shit. Højlund, Garnacho are shit. I agree with him. I actually agree with him. And this is what it is, bro. So when he's saying they're not good enough, he was right, bro. He was absolutely right. But now he doesn't have a fucking leg to stand on. So sometimes you have to see it, bro. You have to see it. So now we're seeing it, brother. And that's it.
Time's ticking.
He can't survive. Like, he ain't got a leg to stand on.
Yeah, now he's not got a leg to stand on. I just think he shouldn't have been given the leg.
You're right. And the Rashford thing, someone pointed out. He said Rashford weren't good enough. We sent Rashford out to Aston Villa. He done fuck all. And now he's at Barcelona doing fuck all. So he was right about Rashford as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he had loads of excuses. Now he's got none.
I just think you shouldn't run for a guy like that, a guy as shit as that. Yeah, he ain't got to run out of excuses, man. Get this guy out of it. As you said, though, I'm not saying, as you said, But some man don't need to run to have an abundance of excuses, to run out of excuses for the ultimate decision to be made, man. Get that scrub out of here, man. As I said,
No, you're right. You're right.
He is destroyed every second he remains at this club. He is destroying everything that you've stood for. So, you know,
bro, you're 100% right,
done,
and
man.
I completely agree. But however, in business, a lot of the time, it's a reasonable doubt thing. You know them ones. Now, that's it. Because you know what it is with the Ruben Amorim thing as well, yeah? Maybe they like him. And it's a lot harder to sack people you like. You know them ones. So when you like someone, you kind of want to give them...
Likeable. I feel sorry for him. I felt sorry for him.
I don't like him, though. I don't like him. I feel like he insults my intelligence. You know them ones. So I don't. I take him as a piss take.
I think he speaks well and he's very honest. But because a lot of managers aren't that. Do you know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you're too honest, when the stakes are too high, and then you're doing all of this bullshit, you ain't built like that, man. You ain't built like that.
I hear it.
We ain't got the gal for it. And the longer, like, and as I said, like, it's not just about him not being good enough as a manager. It's the relationships he's destroying, like Kobe Main, like the embarrassment of Joshua Zirkzee, the sheer embarrassment, you know, like, as I said, he's embarrassed a lot of players. It's just that some of them aren't good enough to play for Man United, so no one talks about it, no one cares about it. You know what I'm saying? Hoyland's been embarrassed, but he's shit, so no one cares. Cool, don't matter. Rashford's time at the club is done, so it don't matter. Everyone washed their hands of Sancho 2 years ago, so it don't matter. But when it comes to Kobe Mainu, when it comes to Joshua Zirkzee, players who can attack into the squad, well, you know, now we see what this manager's doing and destroying from the inside. Now, there's nothing wrong with destroying relationships from the inside if it's for the betterment of the club on the pitch. But when you're shit and you're destroying relationships, then you're just a net negative. You're
100% right, Monts. But you know what it is? I don't know if you've been in the corporate world, but you got to understand here that in life in general, you're going to get into certain rooms and you can get away with certain shit if people like you, innit? If your face fits. Do you know what I mean? The reason why Ten Hag was so easy to sack is because he was very unlikable in every way.
Yeah. He was not a likable.
He wasn't articulate. He dressed like a scruff. Everything about him.
Like, I feel like if I stood there and have a conversation with Amorim, I generally feel genuine sympathy. If I actually
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But just like, even though, and I don't come from the corporate world, but I've been around the corporate world. And at the same time, when it comes to certain corporate stuff, yes, you can elongate your stay by being a nice person, but there ain't no time. But you ever heard of the term, it's just business?
100%. And that's why Ineos are going to sack this brother. But like, for instance, yesterday, Monts, did you see the interview after the game when man was talking about the players? I've said something loud and all that. You could see in his face, genuinely, he was feeling it. He looked hurt, bro. And you know what? If you're a compassionate human being, you look at that and you say, you know what? He really wants to do well. But I looked at him and I said, you pussy, this is all your fault. I felt nothing. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of people would have seen that interview and actually felt sorry for him. It made me even more angry because I'm like, brother, you caused this. So you're not allowed any sympathy from me. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed any. And that was the difference. But when you saw in his eyes, he looked like he wanted to cry, bro. Like, he looked genuinely upset. But you know what? You caused this. Your fucking stubbornness, your ignorance, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff caused this. Therefore, I do not have any emotions. You must leave now. But loads of fans said, oh, you know what? I feel so sorry for him. The players have thrown him under the bus. No, he threw them under the bus. He threw them under the bus. He basically said, oh, the players showed me that basically they're not playing for me. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said it's not the system. It's not that. Of course it is. Of course it is. You're asking De Ligt to do fucking Hakimi shifts. And you're telling me it's not the system. And this is why I didn't feel sorry for that dickhead. Not at all. So when I'm looking at the situation now, bro, like, I can understand why there'll be certain people out there rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he seems like a nice guy. But brother, I don't give a shit about that. I only give a shit about results. That's all I care about. I want my club back where it needs to be, bro. Do you know what I mean? So the next managerial appointment needs to be the right one. And guess what, Monts? If it's not, then we go again.
Right. And I'll be sitting here saying, well, you fucking timed it wrong again, which is why you're going again a year later, while everyone else
Damn
is winning.
right. And we'll keep fucking doing it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because until you go and do something significant, like all this business ain't gonna hurt as much as when you're getting defeated on the pitch or humiliated on the pitch. It hurts more being humiliated on the pitch, even though the bigger problem is upstairs. It's gonna hurt more being beaten by Grimsby than you, man, maybe making a couple signings at the wrong time. You know, it's not maybe not so much signings, but do you know what I'm saying? Maybe getting a few things wrong upstairs.
Monts, you're 100% right. But you see, the beauty of this is, yeah, the beauty of football, the beauty of life is tomorrow is a different day, blood. Do you know what I'm saying?
Guys, we got him, guys. Yeah, we got him. Saying tomorrow is a different day. Tomorrow is a different day, but yesterday you still lost to Grimsby.
Yeah, and tomorrow's a different day, bro.
And I'll remind you tomorrow as well, bro.
You can keep reminding man tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You can keep reminding man tomorrow, because you see the football, yeah. You see the season, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? It's about where you finish, bro. It's about where you finish. If us losing to Grimsby,
if an Arsenal fan told you next season's another season, bro, you wouldn't hear it though.
No, but it is another season for them. It is absolutely another season of nothing. That's fine. Do you know what I'm saying?
And they're gonna say to you, yeah, but Rants, we go again.
It's still another season. Yeah, they can keep going again. They've been going again for a long time. The point is, yeah, the point is with this football club right now, where we are, the only thing that was going to make this season a good season, yeah, was if we finished in a European place, bro. Not a League Cup. A League Cup couldn't make this a good season. It's just the embarrassment of not being in it once. But the truth is, if we got to the quarterfinals and we lost, we still lost, bruv. It's just less embarrassing. I had to lose a final to fucking Tottenham, bro. You know what I mean?
But brother, this is it.
I had to lose a final to Tottenham. I would have rather gone out in the fucking quarters or the group stages.
Tottenham, Grimsby. I don't know what's in store for you lot in the FA Cup. I don't know.
Brother, who knows? But by the time we're in the FA Cup, could have a new manager and it could be a new team, and we might get a new manager bounce and then everything's great again. That's the beauty of football. You just don't know.
Every day he's still here, the plague spreads.
And he won't be here too much longer. This is my point.
I'm just saying, not yet. Well, he's still here as we speak. I'm just saying he's still here right now. So
he is still here, bro. But like I said, yeah, Man United are one new signing away, yeah, and 3 wins in a row away from these man being giddy and these man forgetting that AMORIM is still the same season, bro. Because last season, we forgot that Ten Hag, yeah. Ten Hag was the manager at the start of the season, bro. That season felt so long, yeah, that it didn't feel like it was the same season. It didn't feel like the same one. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what it is, bro. Man United sacked this brother in the international break. We get a new manager, hypothetically, and then we win 3 games in a row. All of a sudden, these guys are fucking partying in a car park with Saeed. This is what football is.
Rude, yeah, I know. And Rude was better than AMORIM. Deep, yeah, Rude was better than.
But there you go. This is what football is.
I don't care what we saw from Leicester with Rude. Like, generally speaking, like, Rude was better than this guy still.
He was, bro.
Man slapped these man in a 4-2-3-1 and got it popping.
Well, there you go. But this is what I'm saying. And now these men are turning around and saying no matter what midfield combination that we play, it's not good enough. But when Rude was here, we had Cassinu Ugarte and it was fine because we was playing a mid-block.
You know what to do to win.
Well, there you go. So this is the point. Things can change like this in football all the time. And I keep reminding people, do you know what I'm saying? Football is a very fucking fickle game, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very fickle game, bro. 1 minute you're down in the dumps, 1 minute you're up in the air, bro. This is what it is, yeah? Arsenal finished 8th 2 seasons in a row, and now they got the same manager, and they keep talking about winning the league. Still ain't done it, but do you know what I'm saying? Here's what it is. When Arteta won the FA Cup, these man thought that it was going to be happily ever after, bro. Still waiting. How long has it been now?
Too long.
Brother, when they won the FA Cup, they thought that was the start of a successful relationship. They ain't won shit since. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what football does. You just don't fucking know. You just don't know. You're just going along on a journey, bro. That's what it is. 5 years. When they won the FA Cup, man said, oh, he's been in charge for 6 months, got a trophy already. Then man thought it was going to be the start of a successful marriage. And now they're in phase 8 or something like that. I swear that's a fucking clothes shop in Westfields. This is what I'm trying to say.
Couldn't tell you.
So there you go. The game is the game.
The game is the game. Just make sure you guys are ready to play it, man. Because as I said, it will leave. It will get sacked. He ain't gonna last the season. But let's just see how long Ineos take to get him out of the door. Let's
100%. 100%. Let's get this guy out of here.
Let's see how long his people skills will get. How far his people skills will get him. Let's see, man.
That's it. So yeah, that is what it is.
Because I already
said he said, yeah, Rants. Exactly. He's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Imagine telling these men after going invincible, they weren't going to win another title for 20 years, bro.
Bro, that's same with us for the 30-year thing. You could have told a Liverpool fan you weren't going to win for 30. He's going to laugh in your face.
Well, there you go. And that's why in football, you just never fucking know, bro. And this is why in football, yeah, you have to have half an eye on the future, but you just got to live in the moment. And that's why I will never not celebrate when I'm happy, because man don't know when the next time I'm going to be fucking happy. Do you know what I'm saying?
I celebrate. Why do you think I'm such a prick? Why do you think I'm such a prick on YouTube? Because I don't know the next time I'm going to win. Yes, right. I've been winning consistently for the last 7 years, but that could all end today.
Well, there you go.
That prem could be the last prem I see till I'm 40. This is I am a calculated asshole for a reason, and I love it
because you don't know.
I'm a piece of shit, and I love it. That's
the truth. The truth is you don't know, right. And the same way, man, have to have that same optimism. That man are laughing at us right now, but things can change so quickly in football. Man can get a new manager, and all of a sudden, the players we signed actually look like the players we signed. Then we look like a good team. There's also a possibility of that as well. So. You get me? It's one of them ones where football works both ways, bruv. You win some, you lose some, bro. Anyone that's been part of the playground fucking banter, bro, some days good, some days shit, innit? That's how it is.
This is it. I already said, yeah, if AMORIM looked like Roy Hodgson, he'd have been gone last year. He'd have been gone in March.
If AMORIM was Gareth Southgate, he would have been gone last year. And this is why sometimes certain things, work in your favor.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, bro. If man had 6 chins, he'd have been out of there, bro.
Yeah,
he'd have been out of there, bro. He'd have been out of there quickly. See, how about this? AMORIM's taught me a valuable lesson. He's taught me a valuable lesson. As long as you look good, faking it till you make it, you get a lot further than some. You just get a lot further off that alone. As long as
100%, bro. Well, 100%. Well, there's a lot of footballers.
Because I'm from the acting world. I'm from the acting world originally before the YouTube world. So I know this already. I already know this, innit? But to know that it goes all the way up until the management of elite football in the footballing mode, I'm telling you.
Anything in life is that way, bro.
If he had 6 chins in the unibrow, he'd be in the 3rd tier of La Liga, fam. I'll tell you,
100%.
NBA 2 or whatever.
100%. You ain't lying. You know them. You ain't fucking lying. You know what I'm saying? Big up Lee Gunner in the chat, guys. We're redirecting to Rants and Gunner, bro. Do you know what I mean? The circus continues, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you telling me, Monts, bro? What you telling me, brother?
I'm cooking up a reaction video of yours truly, Saeed. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is? I don't know why I haven't. You might have been shit for so long. Why have I not been reacting to you man's videos? Because I sit and laugh.
It's fine. Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it.
No. Because I sit and laugh to you lot's videos in my own time. Why am I not reacting to it? I don't know why I've not done that. So, but this was a special occasion. I feel like I have to. I think you said something about if you're 20, if you got 24% of your GCSEs, you should be a crash test dummy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, something like that. I had it on the background.
It's the truth, bro. 100% right.
You know them airbags be killing people. That's why that's fucking killing me.
Yeah, bro. It's that, bro. I can't lie, bro. That's the one job you qualify for if you got 24% in your GCSEs, bro. Testing airbags in a car, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is what it is. It's the truth.
But
it's the truth.
You lot stay tuned. Probably in about 30 minutes, the video should be out. I've already recorded it, to be fair. So yeah, the reacted to Saeed and Rants Grimsby defeat, and then we're live at 7:30 because obviously the draw would have happened, I think, at 5.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, correct.
It would
Yeah.
happen by then. So I'll be live at 7:30 tonight. So yeah. And yeah, thank you for getting me to 22 bags. On to the next one. Just hit it yesterday. So on to the
I'm
next
saying,
one.
so big up, man. Big up everyone that supports MONTS' channel, bro. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? This community is sick, bro. I know you lot are a big part of that as well, man. Do you know what I mean? So
Correct.
appreciate you lot. You already know what time it is. We're redirecting to Rants and Gunner, bruv. So obviously just hit your well, we're gonna redirect there in it. So make sure you drop a like on this stream because we're like 80 away from the likes target, and then drop a like on the next one. We still got 2.3k in here. So big up everyone inside. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bants, and yeah, Rants and Gunner coming up next.